Piers Morgan madly roasts Meghan's podcast, Women Not Victims as Portrayed by Princess Pinocchio. Former Good Morning Britain host Piers Morgan has launched yet another attack on Meghan Markle, mocking her new podcast on Twitter by labelling her Princess Pinocchio. Piers Morgan took to Twitter to mock Meghan Markle's new podcast, calling her Princess Pinocchio. ITV News royal editor Chris Shipp shared the news via his Twitter page that the former actress' new podcast will explore labels that hold women back. The former Good Morning Britain host, 56, retweeted the article for his 7.9 million followers to see and posted 3 crying laughing emojis followed by, "Is Princess Pinocchio one of them?" As is often the case, Piers' tweet divided users, with some agreeing, while others jumped to Meghan's defense. User at Canuck Abroad quipped, "Comedy gold." And Peter concurred, "I can't imagine how terrible that podcast will be." While ROASTS said, "Will she talk about how complaining is toxic to you and everyone around you? And how the public airing of family dirty laundry doesn't help anyone get ahead?" On the other side of the argument, Mickey fumed that Piers was obsessed, saying, "I thought we agreed that constantly going after a female of colour really isn't a good look for you, Piers. I get that obsessions can be hard to kick, but it really is time." Pierre urged, Morgan, get over her. She got over you. Put it behind you, move on, and be happy. Anne-Marie remarked, "Why was it never Prince Pinocchio when Andrew told all those ridiculous lies about sweating etc.? Meanwhile, royal expert Amanda Platel said on the Daily Mail, "We women are strong, not victims as portrayed by Meghan." Since then, the former Britain's Got Talent judge has launched several attacks on the star on Twitter and referred to her as Princess Pinocchio countless times. When was the last time you heard a man call a woman a slut? When did you last hear a man describing women as less intelligent? Generations ago, I'd suggest. Yet watch the trailer of the new Archie audio podcast of the Duchess of Sussex, sorry, Meghan, as she now calls herself, and you would think it happens every day. The 1-minute, 7-second clip announcing her new series for Spotify, called Archetypes, has random voices hurling insults at women, "She's a slut and skanky," as well as a claim that they are weaker, smaller and less intelligent than men. "This is how we talk about women," wails Meghan, "the words that raise our girls and how the media reflects women back to us." She asks where these stereotypes, or archetypes, get it, come from and how do they keep showing up and defining our lives? I know she is urged to court controversy. Spotify struck an £18 million deal with Harry and Meghan's Archie 2 years ago, and they'll want their money's worth. But isn't it bewildering that one of the most privileged women in the world is digging so deep not only to provide a pity fest for women but to vilify men in the process? The fact is, women are simply not treated like that anymore. The world is full of entrepreneurial females, business and political leaders, FTSE 100 bosses, people without Meghan's good fortune who have earned their place in the world and the workforce. She is simply playing into that cult of female victimhood, the antithesis of feminism, which is as unappealing as it is outdated. And the timing of the launch couldn't be more cynical, right in the middle of Kate and William's Caribbean tour. No wonder Just Call Me Harry was squirming as he sat beside Meghan. Perhaps he was recalling the halcyon days in 2012, before he met Ms. Markle, when he toured Jamaica delighting the world in his faux sprint with the world champion runner Usain Bolt. How we loved the carefree prince back then. Today, he's just a miserable whinger playing second fiddle to his wife. Most shamefully, he is the only member of the royal family who will not attend Prince Philip's memorial service next week. Too scared to fly to Britain, too busy on the phone to his London lawyers contesting his latest grievance, too dim to realise he's the prince that Britain has forgotten, but will never forgive.